Good morning, everyone. It's so cold. I should probably grab a sweatshirt, but now that I'm sitting down, I don't want to. I did some heatless curls last night, so let's take them out together. I actually redid them like 3 times last night because every single time I did them, it just felt like they either weren't going to hold the first time, and then the second time I did it, I felt like it was too tight. I, once again, don't really have any plans today. The snow has still not melted. This is probably going to be another indoorsy day. I love spending time indoors though, I'm not complaining. I'm kind of a big homebody. I think I might want to redo my bangs. In the past month, I've been wearing a lot less makeup than usual because honestly, I've been running late for work like so often with this cold weather. I just want to sleep in and stay under my covers with my heated mattress pad and my heating pad. But I think also for my skin, it gets so dry in the winter, and having less makeup on definitely helps me feel more confident about my skin because my skin in general is quite dry. So I'm always trying to add like more serums and oil and stuff to rehydrate my skin. Yesterday at work, I had a customer who was like a teenage girl tell me that she thought my skin looked really good, and it really made my day because I was feeling quite insecure about my skin yesterday because I did feel like it was so dry, and I was also just stressed. I'm always stressed at work and I'm always stressed in general, but it really made my day. I am on spironolactone for my skin, so that definitely helps me keep my skin in check no matter the season. I do love the winter. I just think that I want it to be over and I want it to be spring now. Like my bangs are so long. I think it was September or October when I cut them into bangs, like straight across bangs, and I really did like them. They were just way too overstimulating for me. They're getting so long. I think maybe I want to cut them a little shorter. I don't know. I do like this current bang length too, but I think any longer than this would be a little too long for me. I think I want some tea and something to eat, so let's make some breakfast. This is the bread that my mom made. I think I'm going to toast this up and use some butter because I think sometimes when I use jelly, it takes away from the sweetness I put in my tea because I do like a couple of teaspoons of sugar. I don't think I mentioned, but this bread is also vegan and gluten-free, so that's really exciting. While I eat, I'm going to read some Catching Fire because I finished Hunger Games last night, I think, or sometime yesterday. So I'm going to continue reading Catching Fire. Something about this specific Catching Fire book, it's the large print edition because I got this from eBay. I think it might have even been like a buy two, get a third or fourth free or something like that. I totally recommend looking for books on eBay or Thrift Books or the library. This has so many of my favorite scenes, especially between Katniss and Peeta, like with the herbalist book and when Haymitch and Peeta and the whole family kind of cover for her when she comes home late because she got caught in the woods and the electrified fence was back on. I really wish we got the movie scene of them throwing like the peppermints around the room. I just think that would have been so great. I got a package from Motel Rocks, so let's open it up. Four things in here. I'll start from top to bottom, I guess. I love the velvety details and I really enjoy this like wine burgundy color. I'm not wearing the right tank top underneath this, but I really love this sweater. I already own it in like a navy blue, which I wear all the time. Good morning, everyone. I did some pin curls last night, so let's take them out. I've actually never done pin curls overnight before. I've just done them and left them in for a few hours. Okay, so clearly not all of them helped. I think this is like day 3 of my hair so far. I think the hardest thing is going to be finding the pins. This is the only clip I use. The rest are just like bobby pins. While I take these out, I'll tell you that for today, I'm going to be looking for scrapbooking stuff because I recently finished using my scrapbook that I've been working on for about like 2 years. I do every month in my life, and sometimes like big events if I travel with my friends or my family, or it's like my birthday. And I've officially finished all of them, and I'm so very proud of myself for just sticking with it and having it to have like a physical representation of my memories. It's a really accomplishing feeling, I guess. But now I need to get a new scrapbook because I have to keep going with my months, of course. I will also be looking for hair accessories as always. I saw online a girl use clip-on earrings as hair clips. I think that would be a really good idea because I already see so many thrifting. So I think it's like a good way to upcycle, and I really love wearing hair accessories already. So I think it's just a win-win all around. I'm going to have to curl this one piece because it didn't stay. As per usual, I write down my list in here. So now that I finished taking the pins out, I'm just going to read from here. I want tall candles for my wall. I have a wall candle holder that I really love using, but because I love using it so much, I'm now almost done with the candles I got for it. I also want to be looking for a purple purse. This has been on my thrift list for a few months, but I just want to find one that's a little bit more colorful. I'm always keeping an eye out for tiny whimsical little trinkets for my wall shelves, and I want to be looking for a new journal as well because I'm almost done with my journal diary, but I think I might want to look for maybe 2 or 3 because I use my everyday one for some of my like planning of, you know, videos and stuff here. But I think it might be a little bit easier and more organized if I switched it into 2 journals, because now I have 3 journals. I have this for lists, I have my everyday journal, and then I have a dream journal. I just think now that I've been journaling consistently for like, I don't know, I guess a good 2-ish years, maybe more, I kind of know what I want to split it up into. I think one of the best things that I've chosen to do in my adult life is start journaling because it really does help me sort through my emotions and get all of my negative energy out in kind of like a productive way instead of me just bottling it up and being angry all the time. Putting some oil on my curls, and I'm trying to brush them out a little bit because they are quite tight, but I think they're just gonna get really poofy if I brush them out too much. I think the hair turned out really amazing. We'll see how it holds throughout the day, but I really like it. I'm going to be using this little clip to do a half up look. Just as I feared, the thrift was a little busy, but that didn't stop me from getting really awesome things. I also realized on the way there that I forgot my rings, so I have to go throw those on eventually. But we'll start with my candles. I got these for my wall candles, and I also got these little purple ones, which will go with my room pretty well. They didn't have a ton of options for clip-on earrings, but I really liked these little blue flower ones. I thought these would be really cute for like the ends of my braids, or maybe in a French braid throughout the back of my hair. And I also got these little silver ones because they were 75% off, and I feel like it'll help bring out the jewelry I wear when I remember to wear jewelry, unlike today. I saw this little butterfly stick barrette and I thought it was absolutely precious. In my recent video for Lana Lang inspired hairstyles, I did a stick barrette hairstyle that she wears because she wears a lot of these throughout the show. She doesn't have any this tiny, but I think it's so cute. I'm not sure if this is actually for hair or not, but I thought I could use this to secure 2 braids going back through my hair like this in the back, and that it could just like go through here with a long braid. These also came with my stick barrette little French pins, these little pearl bobby pins and these bobby pins, which are super cute as well. I found this purse, and while it wasn't exactly what I was looking for in my mind, I really love the buckle. I do wish it was silver hardware, but I still really love it with the florals, and it has so many pockets, and on the inside it has like two main pockets that both have little pockets on those sides, and then it has a pocket in the middle too. So I think this will be able to fit my purse items plus an extra journal, but I'm not sure. Fingers crossed. I am thinking of looking for a strap that is a little shorter because I prefer something that isn't as long, and you can clip this off if I wanted. So we'll see. I'll keep an eye out while I'm thrifting, or maybe on eBay or something. For scrapbooking, I got this book, which is a little plain, I won't lie, but I think I can definitely jazz it up with stickers and stuff. I truly just needed something this size for the paper I use, and this was the only one. And it was 75% off, so I got it for like $1, which is really good. I also have these little stick metal icons. This journal, I really love this color, and I like the way it sounds when I tap it. I listen to a lot of ASMR. Up next is clothing. I got this top, which I think is my new favorite top I've gotten thrifting, probably in the past few years. This baby doll top, I'm obsessed. I love the tiering, I love the floral, and the neckline is so pretty. These shorts for hiking, they're from Uniqlo, and they have like 3 different pockets. I also love how they have an adjustable waistband, and you can like clip your keys and stuff onto here, which I'll probably be doing. I think I need to get a chapstick that I can clip onto there. I also got this tank top for hiking. It's just this little baby pink. Love dainty camisoles, and I think that the roses on here are really what made me buy it because I think it's so cute and it fits me really well. Just a basic black tank top, but I really love the fit of it, and I love lace trim. And lastly, this top, which is more of a Juliet sleeve off the shoulder situation. I think it's so cute. I can picture wearing this with like a long white skirt or some kind of long skirt. I don't have a long white skirt, but I am on the lookout for that. Good morning, everyone. I'm in the midst of doing my makeup, but I wanted to start this video because I'm just so excited for today. It's finally 70 degrees, and technically it has been 70 degrees the past 2 days as well. 2 days ago after work, I went and took a hike, and it was so beautiful. It was still very muddy because it snowed like every single week, and even though it's really nice outside, there is still snow on the ground that needs to melt. So I was slipping and sliding a little bit, and then yesterday I hung out with my friend Maddie, and we went to this like walkable town near us to meet up with our friend on her break for work, and we got some pastries and some food, and we walked around, and we laid outside and watched the new Royal Court episode of Brittany Broski and Harry Styles, and it was just so nice. I definitely want to lay outside in the sun again. I put on a bunch of sunblock, and I do always carry sunblock with me in my purse, but I did reapply it like twice yesterday and like 3 times on my hike. So I'm doing very light makeup because I feel like whatever I put on is probably just going to get jumbled around with my sunscreen stick. I haven't been to the Botanical Garden in a few weeks because of the snow. I'm really excited. I know it's still early March, but I'm really interested to see if anything is in bloom. because when I go throughout the winter, there's not really much in bloom. But since it's warming up, maybe it'll be nice. I do hope it's not too muddy there, because one of the things I want to do is like lay in the grass and just kind of soak in the sun. I'm also on day like 6-ish here, so I'm definitely going to have to do something about that. I'm thinking probably a half up. I changed my outfit about 4 times, but I think I'm finally going to stick with this one because I really like this top. My sister got it for me and it reminds me a bit of Alice Cullen from Twilight. Like, I feel like she would wear something like this. And I'm pairing it with the purse I got thrifting the other day because I feel like the florals kind of just go with the botanical garden vibe that we're going with. I'm also bringing this bag which has some books. I'm bringing Mockingjay and the other Berlin Girl because I've had this for several months and it's on my reading list and I really want to read it, and I think today could be a good opportunity. I also have my dream journal in here. I have my everyday one in my purse, and I'm bringing some chia seed pudding that my mom made the other night, and I think this is like a PB&J pudding. And lastly, I have my binoculars. I'm really hoping that we get to see some birds today because I can hear them right now outside my house. So I think that it's that time of year where they'll be out again. Fingers crossed, we will see. I'm really hoping we see some. And I'm also going to be grabbing a muffin on the way from my house, not from somewhere else, because my mom is making sourdough, and with the remainder that you would normally get rid of, she's been making muffins with, and they're so delicious. It is such a beautiful day. The ground is still a little muddy from all the snow though, so I'm sitting on this bench right now, but I might try to find a space that's a little less muddy. I think I'm going to read some Mockingjay right now because, I don't know, being around nature just reminds me of the Hunger Games so much because of like the landscape it takes place in and how it's like very similar to where I live. And when I was rereading Sunrise on the Reaping for the second time, I was in these botanical gardens, so I feel like it just makes me want to read more Hunger Games, even though I know I do want to read the Anne Boleyn one. I know, but we're just gonna have to go with Hunger Games today. I just read about 100 pages, so I'm going to get up and walk a little bit. There is unfortunately a big cloud covering the sun right now, but I hope that if I walk around, the sun will come out. And I think I also just want to find a sunnier bench to sit and eat my chia seed pudding because I'm getting a little chilly here because it's completely like enclosed in shade. I did a lot of walking around and now I'm going to have some chia seed pudding, and I think I'm going to read some more Mockingjay and maybe do some journaling. I was so happily surprised that I was able to find some flowers in bloom. I really wasn't expecting to, but you know, was really hoping I would, and I'm so glad I came. I just love seeing flowers. I love when things start blooming, and also seeing the bees and bumblebees, even though I'm kind of afraid of bees just because I've never been stung, and neither has my sister or my mom, knock on wood. So I get a little nervous around them because I get nervous about being stung. Even though I've been around them a lot, I still get a little nervous around things with stingers, even though I'm trying really not to. juicy that be. Good morning again. I am getting ready to go out because I have to pick up my laundry from the laundromat and some pictures that I'm going to be scrapbooking today. Although I didn't really take a lot of pictures last month, so it's gonna be a boring scrapbook page in comparison with my other pages. Before I'm leaving, also I want to switch my purses back over because this is just too small. Still a very cute purse, but it's just not the purse for me everyday wise. So that's kind of annoying, but I do love this purse that I currently use, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. The weather is not great today. We're back to like kind of rainy and cold, so I'm wanting to spend most of my day indoors. We'll see. Maybe I'll go through my purse because as I was transferring my stuff over yesterday, I realized I have like a million lip products that I probably don't need like 10. Probably could do like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 5 even. I don't think the 10 is necessary, but I do feel like I use all the different kinds, you know, like a gloss, a lip liner, a lip stain, more of like a chapstick, and then I have a million things in my purse and it's really heavy, so maybe I shouldn't be making excuses for myself with that. Okay, I think that is everything. She is full and ready for the day. I just picked up my pictures. I got some for scrapbooking and for putting in my journal because I wanted to put some in from like the times I hung out with my friends this week and when I went hiking. And I also got a new thing of Altoids. I'm usually a pretty big gum girl. The last time I went to, I don't know, like a drugstore or something, I decided to get a thing of Altoids instead. And I've been loving them much more than gum. I'm not sure why, but I've been really obsessed with them and I only have like 5 left. These are the wintergreen ones, but I decided to go with peppermint this time because I'm a big peppermint girly. So I'm excited. I can like smell the mintiness. I'm gonna go get my laundry now and then we will be back home to scrapbook. I'm back home. I finished putting away my laundry and I had something to eat. And now I have all of my crafting stuff ready to go. I'm going to start by cutting out all of the pictures I printed, and then I think I'm going to put them in my journal and get to work on some scrapbooking. I also got this French Pages ready to use scrapbook pages such a long time ago and I have not used it yet, so I think I'm going to try to challenge myself to use some portion of it today. Like I said, there's not that many pictures for my month, but I still think it's really cute. I just showered now. I'm gonna watch the new episode of The Pit because it airs in like 5 minutes, but I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to find me on anything else, it'll be linked down below, and have a wonderful day. Bye.